Okay, Brent, so here's the deal. The last thing we talked about last lesson was kind of make sure you get set up with a little more of a crouch, a little more squatted down than where you started last time. That's kind of where you started, and you and I both talked about that. That looks pretty good on the video and everything, but you actually feel better and tend to hit it better when you're crouched down a little more like that. And so here today on our left is where you're starting, and yeah, it definitely looks pretty good, pretty similar to where you started, or where you finished last time. And then the first swing today we saw that there's a little bit of that bad stuff at the start of the downswing. Look at that. You can see that there's that little hint of wobble in your finish that we talked about later in the lesson. See, it's just that little hint of wobble in the club shaft right at the very end. I'm saying it's significant. See what I mean? Right there. That's significant when you're above the plane and kind of leaving the face open and kind of fighting the club shaft through impact. So on the very first swing, buddy, the very first practice swing, you pointed it left on the backswing more and on the downswing both. So that was cool. We figured that would look pretty good, but I was not surprised at all that even when you put the ball there on the very first try with the full swing, sure enough, man, that's the difference compared to the first one at that point in the downswing. It's quite significant. And we saw the ball flights on the monitor, on the simulator there, really get a lot better when you're doing this stuff on the left, the new blue stuff. Significant difference in the ball flight there. And again, the face, obviously, subliminally, subconsciously, the face did the better stuff there. You did the better stuff with the face. And then there's a little lack of wobble that I'm referring to there. And the good stuff on the left. And then, so you kept doing that. And then you hit about 5 or 6 or 7 of them repeatedly. We just peeked at them. They all kind of looked better and better as you went through it. And again, we saw on the launch monitor on the simulator there precisely how those ball flights changed, especially right where they were starting. If they were starting kind of more to the right or more to the left, and we see they were all precisely just about the same distance in the air, and they all ended up straighter relative to the target line as well. Yeah, there's that simplicity in your follow through there, just kind of sticking that finish because you didn't have to play around with the club as much. Alright, and again, a little discussion about myelin is something that'll be a lot of fun. This is how he spelled it. I don't know if that's correct spelling or not, since it's a new word to me today, but that'll be a nice reminder of kind of the right brain stuff we were talking about. Any other thoughts there? Okay, we'll stop there for today.
Hi, this is Joel. I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
How we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. Basically what we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he has some certain weaknesses, we put him on some strengthening exercises. He's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises, he's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you too if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment, and we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from et.al. So when you hit your full shot, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. Then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside, take off our coat, and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.